Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a self-portrait tutorial because since we are all mostly at home for most of the day, I wanted to give you guys some ideas of some quick and easy photos that you could do with some of the stuff you already have at home and photos that you can take in your room, living room, whatever it may be. Since you have all this time at home, you might as well try out a new skill. And all of these photos can definitely be taken on an iPhone. Of course, if you have a camera, definitely use that. But I don't want you to feel like you need to buy some really expensive equipment to take these photos. So I'm actually just gonna take a look around my room and kind of throw things together and see what works and let you guys know my process and how I take photos, what I kind of look for when I look for a good location, stuff like that. So we're just gonna go through things along the way. I just recently got this shirt, so I wanted to do a photo shoot with it. So that was kind of my look for today. I might change into some other outfits that I had ideas for. It's gonna kind of be like going with the flow and seeing where my mind takes me next as far as, you know, if I want to change locations or what kind of look I'm going for. So let's just get creative and I will show you guys how I take these photos. Okay, so this is my first setup. Disregard how messy my room is, but I decided that I would prop up my camera on this table because I wanted to do an overhead shot, but my tripod doesn't have the capability to like lean forward. So I had to get a little creative, and I made sure that it's pretty steady so the camera can't like fall on my face, but I probably will still put like a weight on the end. So we got some shots out of this, I think. It might look really weird. Who knows? They could be kind of cool. What I ended up doing was I have a pillow under this sheet because what I realized is that when I was just lying flat on the ground, it was like one of those really awkward positions where you're like this and your neck just looks really unattractive. So it was like, oh, I feel like my face should be closer to the camera, but the rest of my body should just be flat because like you forget about the perspective of the camera and how it just like looks, it can really like distort things. So I was like, I had to think about it for a little bit, but then I realized that if I put a pillow under my head, then that way it would elevate my face. Then my face wouldn't look like tiny and the rest of my body would look huge. So I just had to play around with it a little bit and play around with my hair and like different types of posing and what I kind of thought looked cool. And I feel really weird that I'm talking to you right now lying on the floor, but it's very comfortable with this pillow under my head. So yeah, I hope that those photos turned out well. I might try one other outfit still in this position and we'll see if I get any other photos. But I was looking through some of the ones that I took and I definitely think there are a few that I can edit and will look pretty cool. Again, they might just look weird, like me lying down on a sheet with this cheetah print on. I don't know, but you know what, it's art. So, and I'm experimenting. So let's try an outfit change and then I have another idea of a different type of photo that I want to take. So here I am back in this denim. It's actually a denim dress. It's interesting, and I just love the color, like the way you can edit blues and denims after you take a photo. So I really wanted to try this out because I think I can really do some cool tones with the edits with this. So I decided I would do the same type of photos but just with this outfit, and then once I edit them, see which ones I prefer, which ones I like better. For this last look, I wanted to try this thing that I've seen before where you put cling wrap or plastic wrap, saran wrap, whatever, over your lens and it creates this really cool like vintagey effect. I just wanted to try and see what happens. I think I'm going to switch to my other lens, my 1.8, because I have an idea that that will look a lot better with the cling wrap over it. But we'll see. So yeah, I'm going to switch lenses and then I have some props, just like some fake flowers and stuff. We'll see how it turns out. Oh. Some gold. That is a wrap. I finished up with the last few photos in this outfit. What I actually ended up doing was I colored the saran wrap with pink highlighter to get like a rosy vibe, which actually turned out pretty cool. I'd probably recommend like a stronger pink marker if you're gonna do that, because it wasn't like super intense pink, but definitely a cool idea. And I think that the saran wrap really gave it a cool effect. I've also seen people using those like brown stockings and putting that over their lens. So really just like experimenting with putting things over your lens and creating a different vibe is really, really cool and a good idea. So I'm gonna go edit these photos now, and I will show you the final edits and probably talk through a little bit of what I did to the photos, just so you can have an idea of how I edit them. And thanks so much for watching. I really love doing these self-portrait tutorials. It definitely takes up a lot of time, but like I said, you probably have some time to experiment. You can always use your phone or a camera, whatever you like, and just like have fun, experiment, and get creative. So after I did some edits in Lightroom on my desktop, just basic like brightening, adjusting contrast and stuff, I went into Lightroom on my phone just because I have some presets on there, and I've really been experimenting with what I can do on Lightroom Mobile. So as you can see, I just selected a specific part of the photo and just kind of adjusted like the details on my face, because I want that to be the most in focus and bright, just because it's like the focal point of the photo. And then I added this gradient because I wanted to bring in some extra color. So I wanted to bring in the blue color, so that way I wouldn't have just all brown tones in the photo. So I thought this was nice because it kind of complemented the orangey brown tones. And then I just decided to also do it on the other bottom corner of the photo, just for consistency and also so it looks a little bit more balanced. Then I just kind of played around with my shirt to see if there was any ways I should adjust it, either by making it lighter, darker, more detailed, or maybe making it more blurry. So I just kind of played around with that. A lot of time when I am editing, I'm just kind of dragging the sliders and seeing what I think looks good without necessarily any sort of specific direction, and just kind of deciding what I think looks best for the photo. I decided to do a few more edits to my face, and once I finished up, this is the final photo. And I'll also show my photo for the other shoots. This one is definitely more vintagey. And then the same photo on the ground, but in the denim dress. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this self-portrait tutorial. I definitely plan on doing some more, especially while we're all at home for right now, but I definitely encourage you to try as much as you can and get creative.